Hello everybody. Slash MVC here. Let's continue the adventures of Kunji Gorokawa, our helicopter pilot. Embezzler turned prison escapee after the Cataclysm. I have a confession to make. We lost an episode, apparently. And not between the last episode and this one, but one before that. Somewhere between 8 and 9. I had an episode, and I guess I uploaded 10 instead of 9. I think that's what happened. So episode 9 is actually episode 10, and episode 9 has been lost, and now this is episode 10. If that's not confusing enough for you, I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, if you're a little confused why I said, okay, I've made a decision, we're going after the bee, I'd actually stood in that hallway for 15 minutes agonizing over the decision before that episode started. Anyway, it's irrelevant now. You didn't miss much, I'll tell you that. So anyway, here's we are at the, what do they call this thing? The Refugee Center, which is way south of our prison. There's our prison up there, the very north corner of the map. And we traveled over the bridge on foot, broke left to avoid the riot platform, and then crossed the road into the dense forest here, across a couple of forest paths, and made our way here, following the information given to us by the computer system at the FEMA evac shelter. Now we're in a room with these guys. Brandon the beggar. His name's Brandon. Brandon Garter is a beggar. Dino Dave the beggar. Rena Sadhu the beggar. Todd Norris is a guard. Dan Birch is a guard. Yasuki Taylor is a beggar. And Luo, don't know how to pronounce that. Meijun. Luo Meijun is a beggar. And then over here we have a merchant. I want to talk to him, but first I'm going to orient by talking to one of these beggars. This was the guy closest to the door. Let's see if we can chat with him. Talk to, it's going to say talk to who, so we need to look at who we're talking to. Brandon, okay. So we'll talk to Brandon Garter, the beggar. He says, hey, are you a big fan of survival of the fittest? Why do you ask? Because I sure ain't fit, so I'm sitting out here until I starve to death. Help a poor sickly soul out? I can say, I could help you out. Do you want something to eat? I don't know if I have any food on me. What's wrong with you? They won't let you in because you're sick? How did you ever get here if you're so sick? Why are you camped out here if they won't let you in? In? Is there more to this complex? Let me see if I can help him out with something to eat. Oh wow, you're a real gem, you know that? Thanks for even thinking of it. All I have on me, I have juniper berries and acorns. Okay, here, you can have these junipers. He says, it's good to know there are still people like you in the world. It really is. Yeah. What are you up to? Oh, you know, the usual, sitting out here until I starve to death, playing cards with Dave, that kind of thing. Okay, I have the option to give him more food. I'm going to ask him, what's wrong with you? You name it. Asthma, diabetes, arthritis. Diabetes hasn't been so bad since I stopped, eating regularly. Well, I assume it hasn't. Not like I can check not like I can check that old whatchamacallit. The blood test the docs used to bug me about every couple of months. Well, what did you do before the end of days? Well, I used to be a roofer, but I had a bad fall and wrecked my back around '06. Tried to get into other kinds of carpentry, but I just don't have the head for it. My wife managed to support both of us with the extra bit I made from odd jobs, but she had a stroke in 2016 and left me on my own the last few years, slowly draining my savings dry while I work whatever junk jobs I can handle. A couple of days before the reckoning, I got the notice that the bank was going to foreclose on my crappy little trailer. Wow, you have any kids? Yeah, we had 2. My daughter died of an OD right at the start of the fentanyl stuff. It did a real number on my son. They were twins, you see, and he cut ties to me and my wife. Wasn't even there for her funeral. I can't blame him. It messed us all up pretty fierce. As far as I'm concerned, he's still out there with my grandkids, hiding away somewhere safe. These days, no news is good news. What did you do before Armageddon? Oh, I already asked him that. Do you have any kids? I've got the option to ask him to travel with me. This guy's a mess. I don't think I want this guy traveling with me. But I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. You seem awfully happy, considering the situation. What's the alternative? You take the hand you're dealt. I've given eulogies for 2 of the people I love most on this earth, and the 3rd one wrote me off. I've already been through the end of the world. Come out the other side with my bits intact. And you know, I've been pretty lonely since my wife passed. Here I've got friends. We might be hungry, but we're close. Rena's been teaching me math and science. Luo is one of the smartest folks I've ever met. She's got a doctorate, you know. And Yasuki is the only one here that can beat me at poker. And Dave, well, he's Dave. There's more going on under the surface there, mark my words. We may be unfit, but we aren't worthless. So they won't let you in because you're sick? They've got enough mouths to feed that can pull their own weight. I've got a lot of weight, and I'm too weak to pull it, so I'm out here. How did you even get here if you're so sick? Came with a small group quite a while ago. The others were young and fit. They got in. They were some of the last ones to get in, actually. I didn't make the cutoff. Why are you camped out here if they won't let you in? This is a mercy. I get shelter, light, and heat, and those guards will help us if any zombies show up. It ain't so bad. If I was out on my own, I'd have none of this and still have to look for food. In other words, I'd be dead as a doornail. Or, I guess, undead. I better get going. Well, actually, let's size him up. We should be able to look at. He's wearing a pair of socks, long underwear, slippers. Okay. Size up his stats. He's got strength of between 6 and 9. Check opinion. He's got a trust of 1, uneasy, fear of -1, wary, value 1, doesn't care about me, and anger -1, ambivalent. Oh, okay. Nice to see you. I gotta get going though. Wow, what a life story. Okay, that was him. What do we got here? Blanket. Okay. And this person is Luo? Yeah, Luo Meijin. Let's talk to Luo. She says, don't bother with these assholes. I say, what's up? They're too full. Won't share fuck all. Why are you living here then? Even without them helping, it's the safest place to squat. As long as we keep it clean up here and don't cause sanitation problems, they don't mind us sitting around the entryway. So kind and generous of them to let us sit here and slowly starve. Well, they might not share, but I can. Are you hungry? Actually, yeah, I'm always hungry these days. I don't like taking handouts, but I wouldn't say no. Here, you can have these junipers. She says, thanks, I really appreciate this. I say, what are you doing here? She says, oh, same old story at first. I got evacuated onto the local concentration center, then picked up on a repurposed school bus and dragged out here. Then the chick processing me to get in saw my name and Chinese name and conveniently lost my paperwork. I was sent out here to wait for further processing, while I watched busloads of people get processed and taken in. By the time they found it, the place was full up, wouldn't you know it. Now I'm stuck out here and they won't consider letting me in. You think they were treating you like that because of your race? Luo says, sure. My grandparents were from China. That means I'm obviously personally responsible for all this. Do you think there's some other reason they let hundreds of other educated people in, and I'm sitting out here? I better get going. Let's look at her stats. Or her outfit. Yeah, she got nothing. Let's size up her stats. Strength of 3 to 6. Check her opinion. Same as the other guy. Okay, I better get going. So all these beggars are potential recruits, I guess. Before we talk to the other beggars, I want to have a look at this guy. Oh, wait a minute. I can't get through, but I can talk to him through the glass, maybe. Who is this again? Oops. No. This button. This guy's wielding a Halligan bar. It's Smokes the merchant. Alright, let's chat with Smokes. Smokes the merchant waves you over. I haven't seen you before. Welcome to our little homely house. I say, who are you? This is a refugee center, right? And he says, before you ask, we're full. You're right about the refugee part, but we're way over capacity right now. We don't have the food or space to take on anyone else. He softens a little. As for me, I do a lot of things here, but mostly I keep tabs on our supplies. You can call me Smokes or Gavin, whichever you prefer. I also trade with people from outside, like you. If you're in the market for hardware, we're selling. And if you have food, we are very much buying. Anyways, what can I do for you? Well, let's trade. What's this guy got on supply? He got more of that double-aught shot for 62 cents a shot. 33 of them. I want them all. And he's got every other known conceivable ammo, plus birdshot, shotgun slugs. He got a machete. Ooh, a machete? I wonder if that's better than my meat cleaver. I'll bet it is. Yeah, probably. He's selling it for 23. He's got a machete and a makeshift machete, which is apparently a lot less valuable. Nail bat, spike on a stick, adjustable wrenches, arc welder, concrete mixer, wood axes. Wood axe sells for 11, machete sells for 23. Yeah. Wow, okay. Aluminum cans of food. He's got a manual. Mayberry tourist guide, which he won't come off of. 418 merch and 2 merch currency straps. A whole bunch of glass shards and splintered wood of no value, plus a canvas sack of commercial fertilizer. Brazing rods, cotton patches, medium high capacity batteries, Nomex thread, steel snap fasteners, and super glue. 7 wooden posts and 240 wooden buttons. Boxer shorts, welding goggles. He'll pay 23 cents for acorns. Yeah, he wasn't kidding about being interested in food. 23 cents for acorns seems like a lot. He's selling a double-aught shot for 62 cents, but I don't know if that's 62 cents per shot. How do I find out? Can I do this? Alright. Oh yeah, that's a $20 trade. I could get him $20 worth of acorns if I had like 10 acorns. Right? No. 100 acorns. I beg your pardon. But anyway, we've got all that monster jerky. I'll bet they'd love that. Monster jerky. That's Don't Starve Together. We've got all that mutant meat that we dried. This would be a good time to bring it out. I'm going to ask him a few other things here. Sorry, you're full? Do you greet everyone like that? He says a lot of time, yes. Our address is in the computers of most of the evac shelters around here, and people keep showing up that we have to turn away. It gets easier when you have something you can read off a script. That sounds a little cruel. Smokes the merchant bristles. I know, all right, I do. I hate it too. But we are packed to the gills right now, and the only way we're going to stay alive is if we keep our gates closed fast. I don't know what made the scavengers out there so ruthless, but some of us have had to kill our own kids. Please show some consideration. I'm sorry. You're having trouble with food? Yes, we are. The center had a good stock of those awful soy bars, but between all of us, it went fast. We're making do with what we can skim off the edge of towns, but mostly we rely on trade from people like you. Speaking of, we'll pay top dollar for anything preserved, canned, salted, dried, whatever. Just talk to the broker in the back. I've got some dried meat. The center has a pretty large lower floor. Behind metal doors that were made to stand up to basically anything, bombs, radiation, you name it. Place is basically a vault. I've played this game. It's called Fallout. Most of our population is living in there. Only people who we think are combat capable stay up here. Bear in mind, we started off with a few buses of office workers and soccer moms. If worst comes to worst, they'll stand a chance if things go bad up here. Well, how do I get down there? I can't share that. We're taking security extremely seriously right now. The guards downstairs are well armed, and they've got orders to immediately apprehend anyone they don't recognize. We want to keep those people as safe as we can until either we have more space up here or we've got more room inside the fence for them to live. Why spend so much effort keeping it locked down? I thought you mentioned they weren't able to help. Smoke says, just because they're not boots on the ground doesn't mean they aren't helping. In fact, I'd say that a lot of them are our most important people. They keep the power running, for one thing. And even if they weren't helping, look at it this way. All of us are scared, and almost all of us have lost someone from all this. We aren't going to throw our own to the wolves. I guess that makes sense. Who's in charge here? I don't think we have a figurehead right now. I think if we do, I don't know about it. For the most part, we all have our own responsibilities, and that works to keep us all fed as a group. I'm the front man for outsiders. The broker keeps tabs on our food, so on and so forth. We've had some town hall style talks in the cafeteria about setting up a democracy, but there's nothing solid on that right now. Is there any way I could join your group? I'm sorry, but the last thing we need is another mouth to feed. Most of us lack any real survival skills, so keeping our group small enough to survive on the food we trade for is the main thing keeping us alive. I can pull my own weight. He says maybe out there alone, or with a small group, but enough to feed a few dozen other people that aren't helping you? That just isn't a risk we're willing to take right now. If you want to trade us supplies or donate something, you're more than welcome to, and it'd be a huge help. But right now, we're far past our comfort zone as it is. Well, another time then. Have you heard anything about the rest of the world? Smoke says, not as much as I'd like, I'm afraid. Most of these shelters seem to have been designed to make people feel safe, not to actually keep them safe. Our radio equipment is terrible. I don't think it was even meant to be used seriously. I've heard some talk of hordes. Hordes? Yeah, someone came through this way a while back saying he had tried to drive into Syracuse after the outbreak. Didn't even make it downtown before he ran into a wall of zombies that he said could stop a tank. He hightailed it out, but he said there were several thousand at least. I guess when you get a bunch of them together, they end up making enough noise to attract everyone in the neighborhood. Thankfully, we haven't had a mob like that pass by here because I'm not sure the fence would do much to keep them out. Are there any other settlements around? Well, we had an odd group come by maybe 2 days after the power grid went off. 2 armed guards wearing brown uniforms and what looked like a government doctor had a hazmat suit on. Everyone had masks they never took off. They looked organized. Maybe a military remnant from somewhere close by. What were they here for? The doctor paid us in advance to get some old FEMA info from our computers here and told us to deliver the data to an isolated building afterwards. We still haven't done that. I'm half worried it might have been some kind of trap or trick. Where's that building at exactly? I could share the drop-off location if you want to bring the drive there for us. But whatever's there, I'm not sure it's worth all the trouble. I'll reward you for your trouble. That seems fine to me. I'll take your drive for you. He gave me some FEMA data. I was hoping you'd say that. It's an old isolated building not too far from here. You should probably just leave the drive to whoever's there and be on your way. And like I said, be careful approaching the place. I wouldn't like leading you straight to your death. Don't worry, I'll be careful. I'll let you know when it's done. You hear Smokes the merchant saying, bye. Okay, who do I trade this food to then? Is it this guy here? Dan Birch? No, he's a guard. Todd Norris? He's a guard. Is this the guy who's in charge? No, he's a doctor, right? Yeah. Can I open this door? What will happen if I try to open the door? I'm not going to try it. Let's chat with this guy. This guy is Dan. Talk to Dan. Keep civil, or I'll bring the pain. How did you get saddled with guard duty? Nothing too fancy. We have a rota of anyone able-bodied that can handle themselves. Well, bye. Oh, the guard's not very talkative. How about this guy? Whoop. This guy's name is Todd, right? So I'm going to talk to Todd. He says, "Hello there." I say, "What is this place?" "This is a refugee center that we've made into a sort of trading hub." "So, are you with the government or something?" "Haha, no. Though there is old guard somewhere around here if you have any questions relating to what the government is up to." "Oh, okay. I'll go look for him." Hey, wait a minute. I wasn't done talking to you, Todd. "Can I join you guys?" He says, "Nope." I said, "Well, that's pretty blunt." He says, "Death is pretty blunt." "So no negotiating? No, if you do this quest, then we'll let you in?" He says, "Nope." I say, "Well, all right then. Anything I can do for you?" "Depends on what you want. Go talk to a merchant if you have anything to sell. Otherwise, the old guard liaison might have something, if you can find him. But if you're just looking for someone to put a good word in, I might have something for you." "A good word might be helpful. What do you need?" He says, "I have a job for you. Do you want to hear about it?" "Tell me about it." "With all that's been going on, it's been more and more difficult to find a smoke. My stash has been running low for a while now. Think you could help me out here? A few packs is all I need." "Yeah, I'll do it." "That's great. It's great to see someone willing to help a guy out." "Yeah, not a problem. I don't have any more jobs for you." "Okay." Who are the old guard?" "That's just our nickname for them. They're what's left of the federal government. Don't know how legitimate they are, but they are named after some military unit that once protected the president. Their liaison is usually hanging out around here somewhere." "Okay, I'll go look for him then." Alright, somewhere in our diary we should have all these quests. And I bound the diary key to something. It's down here somewhere. Let me look. The diary. Yes, it was this tick mark here. There we go. Oh wow, we've not really been keeping up with our journal. All we have is one entry that says, "I escaped today." Okay, I thought that quests would be here. New page? A long while since yeah. Here we go. New mission. Unknown recipient. I met some refugees today. They need food. Preferably dried food. And cigarettes. Also, they want me to deliver this FEMA info to a isolated shack. Alright, so it's not really giving me any info about the quest here. So, is there a key for that? Interact, inventory, combat, info, player info, view missions. Here we go. Alright, here's our active missions. Unknown recipient. Deliver the FEMA hard drive to the strange group that Smokes mentioned. Return to the evacuation center when the data has been delivered. The target is at 93,337,0. I am at 85,199,000. That's like 140 blocks away. That's a long walk. Smokes Let's Go is Make a friend at the refugee center by handing over around 5 packs or 100 cigarettes. If I pull up my map, I should have a distance to mission indicator somewhere, I think. Let me zoom in. Okay. And I should be able to maybe select my mission, view missions, M. Then if I click unknown recipient, does it mark it on my map? Yes, it does. Very nice. Getting the hang of this interface. Oh, dude. Oh, dude, this is a long way. Look how, oh my goodness. I haven't even got there yet. Keep going. Here it is. What is this? Oh, there's a hub. Hub 01. H01. And that is my mission location. Yeah. It's like on the other side of this massive city. Oh, that's going to be kind of a long-term objective. I need to go see how many cigarettes I've got and grab that monster meat for trade, come back here, and load up on double-aught buck ammo. That's my thinking. Now, I'm really relieved that nobody asked me about myself, because they didn't want to talk about me, you know. I could continue talking to beggars and stuff and maybe try to recruit some of the beggars to help me, but I feel sorry for them, and I don't think I want to do that. We can go talk to the doctor real quick, and then we need to go get trade goods. So the doctor is Mendoza, Argentina, Mendoza. Argentina Mendoza says, "Citizen." I say, "Who are you?" Argentina says, "I'm a doctor, one of the several at the outpost. We were the lucky ones. Came here right when things went I think they have a typo there. Came here right when things started to go wrong. Never left. So what are you doing right now?" The old guard, that's what's left of the feds, set me up here to screen any new arrivals for infection risks. Can't be too paranoid these days. Sad to have to turn people away, but I like the assignment for the chance to get news about the outside world. What kind of news? Sightings of unusual living dead or new mutations? The more we know about what's happening, the closer we can get to a treatment, or maybe even a cure. It's a long shot, but you have to hope to survive. Good luck with that. Heard anything about the outside world? Argentina says, "This is no classic zombie outbreak. The dead seem to be getting stronger as the days go on. Some survivors, too, come in here with adaptations. Maybe they're related." Never mind. Can I trade for supplies? We can't. There's nothing we can spare to sell, and we've got no budget to buy from you. I don't suppose you want to donate. Can I do anything for you? She says, "I have a job for you. Do you want to hear about it? Tell me about it." We don't have the equipment for real analysis here, so it'll need to be done in the field. I need you to get a fresh sample of zombie blood, take it to a hospital, and perform a centrifuge analysis of it. I'll do it. Argentina Mendoza gives you a blood draw kit. Argentina Mendoza gives you a USB drive. Excellent. Take this blood draw kit. Once you've found a zombie corpse, use it to extract blood from the body. Then take it to a hospital for analysis. Got any advice? The centrifuge is a bit technical. You might want to study up on the usage of computers before completing that part. Oh, okay, sounds good, thanks. She says, "I don't have any more jobs for you." Oh, okay. Well, bye. Well, what is this, busted? I can't examine the vending machine. Oh, it's empty. So, let's get a sense of the size of this other chamber, then. We've got... This is a huge building. It goes all the way back to here. I assume they're going to try to stop me from opening these doors, aren't they? It's a closed, reinforced wood door. But will they just, like, instantly panic? Or I think I'm going to try opening the door. You open the reinforced wood door. Alright. I mean, nobody's trying to stop me here. I'm not going into the underground vault or anything. So is this cool? Are we cool? Are we still cool? Is anybody getting mad? Okay. Cool. I can explore deeper into this thing. Nice. We got another guard here. Who's this guy? G. Coker. Talk to G. Coker. He says, hello. I say, I'm actually new. He says, yes, of course. Just don't bring any trouble and it's all fine by me. Are there any rules I should follow while inside? Well, mostly no. Just don't go around robbing others and starting fights and you'll be alright. Also, don't go into the basement. Outsiders are not allowed in there. So, why not? In short, we had a problem when a sick refugee died and turned into a zombie. We had to expel the refugees and most of our surviving group now stays in the basement to prevent it from happening again. Unless you really prove your worth, I don't foresee any exceptions to that rule. So, who is everyone around here? Most are scavengers like you. They now make a living by looting the cities and search for anything useful. Food, weapons, tools, gasoline. In exchange for their findings, we offer them a temporary place to rest and the services of our shop. I bet some of them would be willing to organize resource runs with you if you ask. Oh. Thanks for the heads up. Huh. Let's trade. He says, you're asking the wrong person. Should look for our merchant by the main entrance. Perhaps one of the scavengers is also interested. Okay. Is there anything I can do to help? He says, I don't have any jobs for you. Well, thanks. I'll be on my way. And by the way, are you guarding this door? Oh. What do we have here? Oh. Basic kitchen with steak knives. This guy's guarding a... wait, why do we have steak knives in the bathroom? That's a little weird. What's over here? Empty room? That's creepy. Dust mask, scissors, toilet paper, rubber gloves, sponge bar, toilet plunger. I wonder. Can I open this door? That's a reinforced door, right? Closed metal door. Yeah, it won't open. And interesting, in this glass, reinforced glass, but I can't see on the other side. What do we have over here? Is this a computer terminal? Yeah, but it's off. Huh. Another door I can't open there. No guard over here. What do we have? Drinking glass, ceramic bowl, butter knife, spoon. I swear these people eat in the bathroom. That's a toilet, right? Yeah. Okay. I don't want to know. Oh, okay. I can look out the windows better than I could look in by far. So they're like one-way windows. This is a double door. What do we got in here? Uh-oh. Wait. Ginormous dining hall, apparently. Let's go look at this guy here. Who's this? Fatima Al-Jadir, a refugee. She's wielding an acetylene torch. Let's talk to Fatima. Fatima Al-Jadir, refugee, is a fit young woman dressed in smudged coveralls. She looks at you with interest and concern. Oh, hey, a new face. Hi, I'm Fatima. Just visiting, I hope? It's nice to meet new people, but there are no beds to share. Aww. Nice to meet you too, Fatima. I'm just passing through. Well, cool. Anything I can help you with? Well, what's your story? Before Armageddon, I had just finished welding school, actually, and was about to start looking for a job. That was fun, being a young Muslim woman in a Massachusetts trade college. Let me tell you. Yeah, I imagine. Why wouldn't it be? How are things here? It's tense here. I know I'd feel a lot better if I had something to do with my skills, or even if I just had a quiet place to pray sometimes. I feel a bit self-conscious praying in the common areas. Jenny was talking about some project ideas she had that could get me doing my job again, but I admit I'm pretty nervous about going outside. Honey, if you're nervous about going outside, you don't want to travel with me. 'Cause getting out is what I do. How did you wind up here at the center? Anyway, Wait, This is a long story. Can I scroll up like this? Here we go. I was on my way to visit my parents back in Burlington, waiting at a bus station, when the evacuation notices started sounding. I'd been a little out of touch for a bit and didn't realize how bad the rioting was getting. When my bus arrived, it got repurposed into an evacuation vehicle and took me here. I didn't used to be very religious. It's just something I was born to, but since this happened, I've been thinking a lot more about God and how grateful I am for His help in surviving. With things still so difficult, it helps to know He's got some plan for me. Anyway, mine was the second bus to arrive, and they were just getting some triage and processing stuff set up. I was put in charge of helping with the wounded, along with UN. Uyen? Yen. No. Uyen. We're going to go with Uyen. Sorry. Things went a little strange later on. One of the women doing triage and processing had a bit of a hang-up about a particular colors of people being allowed into the center. She claimed to have lost our papers, along with a lot of other people's. Thankfully, because we'd helped so many, we were able to argue that they couldn't leave us out, but there was no space left downstairs by the time we got that sorted, so here we are. Fatima, I will be shocked if I go downstairs and find out that the last of the white people on Earth are down there setting up a racist conspiracy against everyone else. But I'm going to keep an open mind. No response. Is there anything I can do to help you out? She says, I have a job for you. You want to hear about it? Tell me about it. I feel silly asking this, but here it goes. I've never been really into reading holy books and stuff like that. I usually went to the mosque on Friday, and I try to pray 5 times a day, but I hardly ever manage it. I guess I'm not a very good Muslim. But with all that's happened, I would really love to have a copy of the Quran to read. This seems like a time to get back in touch with God, you know? Yeah, I'll do it. Thank you. I'll see if I can save up a little reward for you. Not a problem. Got any advice? It's not as common as the Bible, but you should be able to find copies in most libraries and bookstores, or in religious buildings. Make sure you get the translated version. I can't read Arabic. Sounds good. Thanks. Actually, I'm just heading out. Did that get added to my mission list? That was what? Capital M? Find a copy of the Quran. Boom. Well, we've got a full kitchen here. And some more peeps. Probably not going to talk to all the peeps. We're going to run out of time on this episode. This dude, he's a refugee, but he's wielding a Colt M1860 Army. And we got another refugee here wielding a crowbar. Now these guys are more my recruitment material, you know. That's what I'm talking about. Who's this? Oh, there's Uyen. Uyen Tron wielding a scalpel. And Rosé Johnny wielding a stick. You know, I would take the guy with the crowbar probably over anybody. The crowbar wielding maniacs are my kind of people. Alright, let's go see what else is going on here. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, we got some food. We got a guy guarding the food. Who's this guy? This is, or lady, or whatever. Let's look. Can't tell. Can't tell by the name either. Emily Bonneker Sampson. A stone spear? I didn't know you could make a stone spear. That's the most interesting thing about this person. Hey, how did you get saddled with guard duty? Oh, nothing too fancy. We have a rota of anyone able-bodied that can handle themselves. Bye. Don't mind me. I'm going to guess there's some kind of mechanic that will prevent me from so-called stealing. What if I was to try to get something like the medium can of beans? Picking up this item will be considered stealing. Continue? No. Okay. That's kind of what I thought. Alright, this may be the final chamber. Yeah, this is the furthest back part of the whole dealio. What do we got over here? A toilet plunger in a... out on a utility shelf. Okay, toilet plunger on a utility shelf. Now, bearing in mind, this whole refugee center is in 2 portions. Okay. Interesting. And so we've got Wyatt Hughes, a guard. We've got Owen Winkler, a guard. And we've got the Teamster with a Glock 19. Weldon Breakneck Kaysen, Teamster. Is this the guy that runs the whole show? Is that what a Teamster is? We got a few crates of stuff being stored here. Does computer work? Nope. Okay. I'm going to chat with the Teamster, I guess. Well now, a new face. Nice to meet ya. I'm the one sending out these here caravans far and wide. What can I do ya for? Can I ask you some questions? Sure. Got nothing to load up just now. So, have your caravans seen anything interesting out there in the wasteland? No, sorry. Nothing much worth noting out there these days. Just the odd scattered survivor, and they usually don't want random visitors. That's nothing new to me. Thanks anyway, though. Sure. Got nothing to load up on just now. I've got to run. Nice talking to you. Actually, just one more thing. Can I ask you, yeah, no, never mind. Never mind. Forget I was even here. How do I get into the other section? Is it here? So this is our common sleeping quarters, eh? Man, there are a ton of people here. This list, oh, wow, is nowhere near conclusive. What do we got? 3 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 10 plus 5 is 15, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23, 24, plus 5, 27, plus all these guys. There's well over 35 NPCs here. This is crazy. Christy the guard. Oh, what's this? Another merchant? That's the broker. Oh, okay. I need to see the broker. And what do we got here? Refugee, 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 and refugee, refugee wearing a blanket. You know, I mean, there are a lot of people who are seemingly from perhaps Southeast Asian countries by their names, but not these guys. Stan Borichenko, Boris Borichenko, Gary Villeneuve, you know, these guys are not minorities. Or is this an American thing? Is this America versus the possible immigrant population from all over the world? Not just a rate on a anyway, I ain't even gonna think about it. Here we go. May Muhammad, the broker. Let's talk to the broker. What can I help you with? I could be here to deliver food supplies, so that's going to be the thing we'll go back and get mutant meat for, probably in the next episode. Who are you? I oversee the food stocks for the center. There was a significant looting during the panic when we first arrived, so most of our food was carried away. I manage what we have left and do everything I can to increase our supplies. We've got a few growing sources of fresh meats and vegetables, so I prioritize non-perishable foods such as cornmeal, jerky, and fruit wine. Fruit wine, you say? Interesting. What's the deal with this written on paper money you guys use? We call them free merchant certified notes. We started signing money almost as soon as we got here as a way of showing it represented actual goods and services we had to trade. Within a few days, we'd organized the system, and now it's been evolving into a form of cash. Internally, they're traded for labor and services in exchange for food rations and other trade goods. But we've been using them with suppliers we regularly trade with as well, those that have faith in us. Huh. Interesting. I happen to know a thing or two about money. The refugees stuck up here seem a bit disgruntled. Yeah, it's a tough situation. When we started out here, nobody was really in charge, and we let more in than we really had capacity to feed and support. When the dust settled and we'd established a little order, there were still all these people upstairs waiting for a place to live and no space. We've set up a little space for them, but it's not ideal. Do you know about those beggars in the lobby? Even once we got things sorted out, there weren't enough beds for everyone, and definitely not enough supplies. These are harsh times. We're doing what we can for those folks. At least they've got shelter. What's the deal with the closed-off areas of the building? Well, that's the downstairs section. We can't fit more people down there, so it's out of bounds. Then there's the second bay that we're using as a staging area at first. Things went wrong. I hear the shopkeeper is offering a reward to clear it out if you're feeling suicidal. Oh, really? You know, I'm not feeling suicidal. What were you saying before that? Oh, okay. I better get going. Staging area. A reward for clearing it out. Oh, is that down here? I never did check out that wing. Okay, we've got two wings I didn't check out, and then what do we got for... Oh, look here. Oh, I totally overlooked these also. We've got side buildings here. Okay. Alright, let's have a look. What do we got? It's like a... Ooh. Oh. Fungicide. Soap bar. Can I take the soap bar? It would be considered stealing. No, don't take it. I don't know if they'll know if I steal something. You know, are they going to look through my pockets? You know? Like, if they don't see me take it, can I get away with it? This is my thinking. I mean, I'd really like to embezzle some goods here. What do we got down here? This guy is a refugee with a cudgel. And he's in one of these areas that's like the bathroom kitchen type thing that they've got going on. These people are disgusting. Okay, we got a little hallway that goes back to here. And then, I never did look in this area. Okay, we've got more guards. Oh, hey. This is the rear area behind... Isn't this the doctor? Oh, no. There's the representative. There's the representative. How did I miss her before? Oh, because I walked right past her office. Okay. These guys are guards, I assume. Yeah. A guard with a stone spear and a guard with a simple knife spear. These people love their piercing weapons, don't they? Alright, let's talk to the representative. Citizen. Hey, wait a minute. Is there any way I can join the old guard? You can't actually join unless you go through a recruiter. We can usually use help, though. Ask me from time to time if there's any work available. Completing missions as a contractor is a great way to make a name for yourself among the most powerful men left in the world. Does the old guard need anything? She says, I have a job for you. You want to hear about it? Tell me about it. I don't like sending untested men into the field, but if you have stayed alive so far, you might have some skills. There are at least a pair of bandits squatting in a local cabin. Anyone who preys upon civilians meets a quick end. Execute both of them for their crimes. Complete this, and the old guard will consider you an asset in the region. I'll do it. Contractor, I welcome you aboard. Got any advice? They might suspect you're coming. Keep an eye out for traps. Sounds good, thanks. Okay. Well, bye. Just out of curiosity, what kind of books you got here? Augmentative Tech Review and Fire When You See My Eyes. Okay, we've been just picking up missions left and right. This guy a refugee? Oh, this is an arsonist. I beg your pardon? Huh. You look important, she says. I'm actually new. Well, guess that makes two of us. Well, kind of. I don't think we're open, though. Full up as hell. It's almost a crowd downstairs. Did you see the trader at the entrance? There's the one to ask. Sucks. What are you doing here? I burn down buildings and sell the free merchants the materials. No, seriously. If you've seen burned wreckage in place of suburbs or even the pile of rebar for sale, that's probably me. They've kept me well off in exchange, I guess. I'll buy. Oh, you'll sell Molotov cocktails and pipe bombs? The AAA guide? Jerry can with 10,000 units of gasoline? Nice. Man, I gotta get some trade goods together and come back down here. Yeah, that's a good buy right there. I could use those on the bandits. Hey, have you heard anything about the outside world? Nothing optimistic, at least. Had a pal on the road with a ham radio, but she's gone. And so is that thing. Kaput. Nothing optimistic? Most of the emergency camps have dissolved by now. The cities are mobbed. The forests are crawling with glowing eyes and zombies. Some insane shit out there, and everyone with the radio seems to feel like documenting their last awful moments. I feel bad for asking. Is there any way I can join your group? I don't know. I mean, if you can make yourself useful. But that's become a real hazy thing nowadays. It depends on who you ask. The merchant definitely doesn't want me here when I'm not selling, but some people get away with it. Do you have any jobs for me? I have a job for you. You want to hear about it? Tell me about it. I could use some help getting some materials. Molotovs are nice for burning down buildings, but aren't all that for keeping yourself safe. If you could get me 2 bags of commercial fertilizer, I could make something a lot more potent. I'll do it. Oh, man, thanks so much, friend. You won't regret it. Got any advice? Commercial fertilizer tends to be made from ammonium nitrate, which is also useful as an explosive. Try looking for some around the abandoned farms. Sounds good. Thanks. What's with your ears? Shh. Some people in here hate mutations. This was an accident. Oh. Sorry to ask. Let's look at this person. Wielding a wood crossbow. Wearing some stuff. Traits. Feline ears. And pretty. Michaela has cat ears. She has 9 to 12 strength also. Well, bye. What is this area they want cleaned out, I wonder? We got some books in here. Probably Michaela's, crash pad or whatever. What we got in here? Nothing really. Okay. And this way. We got food stores or item stores in there. Alright, what have we not seen? We got one room. Oh, we got one room here that I haven't seen. Then we've got 2 more wings over here. I'm going to open these up real quick and have a look. I don't know where this staging area is that they're talking about that needs to be cleared out. And also, who assigns that mission again? Alright, let's go have a look down here. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Look at all the food stores. Holy moly. Yep, it's pretty much all food. Dried food, dried food, dried food, dried food. Holy cow. Alright, well, that's a huge volume of food right there. Huge. Gallon jug of bleach and a sewing kit in there. Just a closet. How do I get in? Okay, wait. These are metal doors. Ah. Aha. Can I open these? No, I can't. This must be the area they're talking about that needs to be cleared out. I don't know why we can't. Is she bleeding? No, that must just be her clothes. Why can't we get all these bad to the bone people together? They're all armed. And clear this place out. Is that the only part I haven't seen? Okay, there's a metal door going that direction. Oop. Oh, so if I bump into somebody, I can examine wounds and status, use item on. Oh, nice. I can steal. Can I open it this way? No. Alright, that's the sealed area right there. There's a reward for clearing it out. Somebody's going to have to let me in, though. And I'm not sure who. Alright, folks, that's it. We've explored the refugee center, and in the next episode, we're either going to go grab some trade goods, buy some Molotov cocktails, go kill some bandits, and claim the reward. Or we're going to open this door and clear out that room with the help of the other guards. These are my plans. Thank you for joining me for this episode. It's been really interesting. I hope you got a kick out of it. I know I did. And we'll see you next time.